interested in doing it. But have it out where you can see it in your bedroom, because one of the things that you do is just before you go to bed, you look at it. And your brain is already processing things as you go to sleep, and your brain works on this all night long while you're sleeping. So it's the last thing you do at night before you go into bed.
Brooke,
Yes,
can we ask questions?
please.
Okay, so when you say, look at it, do you have yours in your bedroom?
It sits. There's a wall right here, and then my bed.
And
I
that's
look
where you
at
keep it,
Mhm.
all the time?
All the time.
Or do you have multiple ones
Unless I
throughout the house?
unscrew it and bring it to class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it
nice.
sits in the same place.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
ask
one's
questions.
enough? One board's enough?
I'm sorry?
One board's enough?
Yes, one is enough. And some people do group couples boards, but you have to have one to yourself. You really need one. Do not combine and have a couple one and not a singular one. Really, have your own. It's important. This is yours. And I'm going to be talking spiritual things here. It's a spiritual journey. This whole thing is really, it's creation. What you're doing is you're creating. And so, yes, have your own board.
Ooh, I
Okay.
like that.
I personally put, he says, my mentor was Kirk Duncan, and he says, don't put more than one thing on each square. I layer mine, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how this all goes, but this is, one of my goals is have 1 million in sales in my company. And I can take off one piece of paper that says 1 million in sales, yay, I made it. Or I can have the $20,000 a month, the $30,000 a month, the $40,000. So this goes 40, I'm at 40 now, up to the 80,000, which is the million a year. It's lots funner to take it off, and so I layer mine. It's the same goal, but I just have little bits. And really get little bitty pieces so that you can be excited. You are training your spirit. You're training your mind. I'm not your spirit. You're training your mind that you can get things done. So put them in little pieces. When you make this, the very first time that when you make it, get something that can happen in a week. Something you pull it off in a week. Something that you can do in a couple weeks and in a month. Do not put, here's my biggest one, a solar wind power home show home. I'm about 4 or 5 years from that. That's my biggest one. I have little things on here all the time. I want to pull things off. I want to teach myself. I am creating. So have some little things, have some big things on your board. When you have your vision board, you look at it for 3 minutes in the morning and 3 minutes at night. Whatever you put on there, start thinking about it. Now, I have a car here, and I'll tell you, I'll go through all of this. I have a car here that's a sports car. Oh my goodness, it's the coolest car. And so when I would look at it, I would feel the wind through my hair. I'm holding on to that leather steering wheel. People are looking at me and going, nice car. And I go, yeah, nice car. It's all mine. Put energy into this. Because if I stood in there and went, yeah, car. Yeah, this much a month in sales. Yeah. Energy. Energy is what feeds this. Think about how exciting it is to get something that you really want, as opposed to just, you've got to put energy into this. So you stand in front of it for 3 minutes, and you go through it, and you tactily think about it. Think about touching the different things. This is Couch to 5K in 9 weeks. Oh, I can feel myself sweating. I can feel myself panting, and how hard it is to get up the little hill I have to go to even get up to the boulevard to start. Make it so it's real. 3 minutes is all you need, morning and night, to put that energy into it and make it real to your mind.
So, do you have different zones or areas? Like you can see some are sort of maybe tangible or thing goals, and some are maybe more body goals. So, do you have different areas, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. At certain times I've had a lot of finance things on here. Other times I've had a lot of body. Spiritual things are on here, relationships, anything you want. Anything you want to manifest, you put on there. Some people have specific places they put things. It never worked for me because I didn't have the 9 specific things that they said to put on there, So I just put my own things on. So good question. Your brain learns in 2 different ways. visual and auditory, words and pictures. And so have pictures on here and have words on here. It's important to have both because you're teaching both sides of your brain to work. So, and I have, at times I've had more pictures on. It just depends. I mean, certain ones, I'm waiting to find that solar home that I want, that passive solar home. And I keep looking. One of these days I'll get me a picture. And by the way, you can put something on here that isn't exactly what you get. I don't know what my solar home's going to look like, so I'm going to put something I really like there. It may not be the one I want. My mentor put a camera up here, and he didn't get that exact camera, but he got a really neat camera. So you don't have to have the exact thing. You don't know what you don't know what you want or what you're going to get yet. So just in general, don't be worried about it having to be exactly the right thing. It doesn't have to be exactly the thing that you get.
That's good to know.
Now, do you guys know that your brain doesn't know the difference between